continues on the rate that it's been going, there's not gonna be anything left in there for us. And that's
very possible.
Yeah.
But until I see that next statement,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to answer. All I know is if the company is sold.
Or you quit. You quit, then they pay you for the ESOP.
Right.
But the ESOP statements have usually come in March, and that was another thing we're asking.
Yeah, it used to be March too, that's why I didn't know.
It's weird that we're getting it so late now, and we're just kind of freaking out, like, okay, where's our ESOP statements?
And the reason they're late is because of the fact of the negative assets, they had to work out a value.
Gotcha.
Okay, this thing on top here about bonus and cost of living, there's nothing that I can respond to that until I can take this after September 30th, and I can ask what they will allow. But every quarter, it goes to the bank, and they have us locked at whatever it was on March 30th of last year, when I took this thing over and took these notes and signed these notes that to Bank of America and paid off Johnson Bank. And until I get the extension of the notes from B of A, which I got an extension but not a renewal, until that note's renewed, I can't talk to them.
Okay, well, so I just put down September 30th, then we can rebroach that issue with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
What annual report are we just, annual report do you mean? What annual report are we talking about?
Every company has an annual report.
You mean the financial statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, basically what we would be, are we in the hole, are we making profits? Basically just like a statement along those lines.
Just to know where we're at, basically.
Where we're standing in the company, and if the company's actually being profitable.
The company is not profitable, okay? And the company hasn't been profitable in the last 5 years, but it might be this year,
Okay.
okay? But last year it wasn't, and the previous 4 years it wasn't.
And again, is that something that we can generate, so we can actually see facts and figures?
So that's,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's kind of what we're looking for.
The end of December, when we finish the year, and get a financial statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, that there's.
I guess what it comes down to
over
on that,
over $1 million, $1,200,000, and, go ahead.
I think what it comes down to on that is everybody in this room is pretty much in the same boat. We're all wondering, it's been, what, 6, 7 years we've
Yeah.
gotten anything.
Yeah.
Our Christmas party's gone, our 401's gone, all our benefits basically are gone except for insurance, and that's so outrageously fucking high on deductibles that it's worthless to most of us.
Oh, yeah.
What we're wondering is, we see a lot of shit coming in and out of here, we're busy a lot. We're just wondering if there's gonna be anything coming. We've been going a long time without anything.
I agree with you completely.
And the biggest problem with that whole thing was the lack of communication on all. We haven't been told anything for 5
No, everything's like a secret around here.
Yeah,
you
so,
know.
that is. Yeah, that's
True.
And that's
I
what
put
it
up-
comes down to.
I put up $2 million to get Johnson Bank for basically strangling Joel. When I did that, I had to give Bank of America guarantees. Bank of America pretty much has me by the balls, until I can, this year will be the first time, and that's if the world doesn't end in the next 120 days, that the company is actually beginning to show growth. I'm hoping that they will allow me to extend those, I don't care if you call them cost of living or wage increase or whatever, in relationship to the growth of the gross margin. If they let me do that, it'll be done. If they don't let me do it, it won't be done. The company is paying interest only on $500,000. The company is paying interest on the $400,000 cash that I put in, and then I had to pick up the building and put a $1.1 million mortgage on the building that Bank of America has, and I have interest plus 50,000 principal payments for 7 years on that. That's the structure. Those are the debts, and then I had to come back and pick up my stock that I supposedly had sold, and there's interest due me on that. So, so far, there's somewhere between $400,000 and $600,000 in interest due me that I haven't received. There's approximately $290,000 left on the $400,000 cash that I put up, that I get a monthly payment on that reduces that debt. And until I get to a year that I can show that, look, here's the growth, I'm stuck. And I can't tell you any more until I get authorization to say so. But I can tell you that the ESOP stuff will be answered, I think by October 15th. I think that's the last that it can be.
Yeah, I contacted Alan Gold.
Oh, and the other thing is that you asked about the company. If the company were sold, of course, then the ESOP would get depending on what dollars the company was sold for, and the debt was paid, etc.
Have you been considering anything like that? No.
Our growth isn't good enough. Our sales aren't good enough.
Yeah.
And the marketplace is
Still down.
really and truly is too soft
Yeah.
at this point in time. And I would say that it would probably, from what I see in the change from 2011 to 2012, that it's something that in 2 or 3 years, if growth continues, that you could begin to look at, because then you've got a respectable enough financial statement to show.
Yeah. So the other thing we were all wondering about, if something happened to you, what happens with this place and who takes over and stuff like that?
Well, I guess the question to that really relies in the hands of the bank. Really. At what, you tell me what point in time that happens?
Well, hopefully not for a
You know
long
what I'm
time.
saying? And then I can tell you. But if it's, if it would be tomorrow or a week from tomorrow, I don't know if there's enough insurances to cover the money's in the bank. They'd have to make a decision. If it was a few years down the road where stuff had been paid back, then I don't think it's anywhere near the kind of decision that would have to be.
Yeah.
If it was, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow. I mean, because the bank's on the hook.
Yeah.
All the questions?
Yeah. It was just mostly about the ESOP and what.
Somebody's got down here a 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that 5-year plan is basically how much can the bank get paid back over the next 5 years? Because until the bank is no longer on Axle Transmission's ass, the rest of it can't be answered.
So on a bell curve, with the numbers that are coming in, is this company slowly doing the positive uptake, or are
Yes.
we? It is, okay, good.
So what
Yes.
bank am I working for?
Be a bank.
Thank you, Mayor.
Great.
I fuckers
So
too.
I work for a bank. Man,
You didn't
But another thing a lot of us were wondering too, you know, we're all getting older and stuff, and we're thinking about, you know, if we could do 410s and split it up. You know, some guys come in on Mondays, some guys come in Fridays, and you'll still get enough work out of us, you know, and to give us a little incentive since we're not getting any raises or bonuses and stuff, and you still get your work done.
I don't want to answer that until I give Joel a chance to think about it.
That'll never happen.
I mean,
Never
true.
happen. Never
I know
happen.
what you're saying.
Well, it's fucking dumb. You know. that's all I
Well,
gotta say.
especially the summertime is a fucking
Oh,
bitch.
all the time, dude.
We're all
There's
getting
no fucking
older,
reason, yeah.
and if we could, you know,
We're on our fucking
work
feet
something
all
out,
day, and
it'd be fucking great
Yeah.
actually, because it's kicking our asses to see
it's
anymore.
always kicks our ass anymore, man.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I say, talk to Joel, it never happened. Never happened.
Well, I'm still gonna talk to Joel.
You know,
He's the owner, so-
I understand that.
There you go.
So in answer to the first question, can an annual report be made available? Yes. In answer to the 5-year plan, the 5-year plan is basically controlled by our growth and Bank of America. This is the
Well, I
first,
think the reason I
and this
asked
is the
that
first
question-
year, and this is the first year that there's actual growth that, and let me go back to, this is 11. In 10, there was growth, but there was still negative losses. In 11, there was absolutely zero growth from 10.
Yeah, I can talk to you when I get
In
home.
12,
We're in a meeting.
there's about a 12% growth.
That's it. I
through
can talk
this
to you when
first
I get
8
home.
months.
We're in a meeting. Bye-bye.
I think the question I asked, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
No, somebody had mentioned, or all of you had mentioned, is there some kind of a 5-year plan?
Well, that was, I don't think it was pertaining more to the business, but to you. What is your plans? Are you planning on being here until you're 90?
I hope not.
No, not too.
Okay.
You're what, 72
But,
now?
but at least if I live till 90 and I have to be here, I'd settle for it.
The alternative is- Yeah, I know the alternative. I'm just wondering, you know.
But,
We were wondering where you're.
we're in the second year of a 7-year deal with U of A. Okay? So there's five years left on that B of A deal as of the end of this year. Okay? And my 5-year plan is to get rid of B of A.
That'd be nice.
You know? I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. And I'm here until they either foreclose on me or they're no longer holding notes on me. One or the other.
Then what
Okay.
happens? Once the notes are paid.
After the 5 years, then
Well, then I have, once they're not dictating policy, then I have the right to go look for a buyer, sell the thing, or close it, liquidate. I can do anything.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering, because
You're asking me.
I'm 56
you know.
years old, I'm looking at retirement in about 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
Well,
And, well, I'll
but
be
you're
honest with
asking
you,
me
I'm scared of
questions
fucking
and
death.
you're asking me questions, I can only give you honest answers.
And I appreciate that.
Okay, I can't, I can't give you what I can't give you.
The future's still
I
so
can
uncertain.
tell you that I got a 7-year commitment with B of A and a year and a half when it's over with. That I can tell you. Okay? And at one point in time, sometime between now and then, hopefully I'll be able to negotiate or renegotiate some of the things that I couldn't get out of them when I started because we were so far in the hole. It was so hard to find a bank that would step up to the plate.
we gotta get solid 6 years.
5 years.
Five.
I can do it.
Yeah,
It's a
5's
lot.
better.
But the reality going forward is what their response will be the last quarter of this year if the growth continues at the same percentages that it has through the first 8 months, and we're still looking at 11 or 12% growth when we get to the end of the year. If I can't believe that I won't be able to negotiate.
Is this business making very good, like, cost-effective decisions when we purchase stuff or buy coal